Hello, welcome to my Sunday Facebook Live. I'm Emma Goddard and you can find me at coastalcrafter.com. I am going to be sharing with you this evening a little make from my coffee and a card that took place on Friday. So that's what we're going to be making. Hi Paula. Seeing a few people jumping on. How are we all? Hope you've had a good week. For some of us, first week back after the Christmas break. Hoping we're all back in the swing of it. Hi Lisa. Right, I'm just finding, I'll just make sure the volume's down on that. So I can't share with you, I can't show you what I'm going to be making because I gave it away. One of the ladies that works in the Denmans in the coffee area was saying how lovely the calendar that we made was. It was a little desk calendar, so I gave it to her as a gift. So that stayed with her, but I've got 2 or 3 packs left over. So I'm going to recreate a couple of these with you this evening. Just before I get started, can I just say thank you so much. The response to the online class that I'm going to be running at the end of the month. So I talked last week about an online class that I'm going to be running to support the Australian bushfires, to put some money to charity for those. The response to that has been phenomenal. So it has been amazing. I'm hoping I've kept on top of everyone who has requested to join. So if you've requested to join and you've made payment and you've requested to join, but you haven't been added to the group for any reason, then just message me and let me know, and I will add you straight in. I've sent all the emails out to everyone that's joined, or I should have. So just check your junk, etc., in case it's gone there, but otherwise just pop me a message on my page. So yes, and with regards to that online class, just before I get started, I've got some very exciting news. So I'm going to be doing the Facebook Live on the Saturday and the Sunday evening here in the UK. I have also managed to ask, and people have kindly said yes. I've got 3 special guests that are going to be doing an additional Facebook Live following the weekend. So the weekend will be me, so that'll be the Saturday and the Sunday, and then at some point the following week, between the 27th and the 2nd of February, there will be 3 extra, 1 card or 1 project per person, but there will be 3 extra Facebook Lives. I will put the events up and I will share details of that in the next couple of days. So I'll put some photos up of who they are going to be, but I am very excited. So yes, so I will add them on and I'll put the events up and I'll put all the details. A few people have said to me, can we have a list of product? It will be predominantly the 3 sets that I have spoken about and not a huge amount of extra stuff, but of course I will list up the cardstock and the inks and the ribbons and things like that for you. I was hoping to get to it this weekend, but I haven't quite got there, but as soon as I will put it up ASAP. So right, enough chatter, more making. Let me turn the camera around. I had a good clear up of my craft room today as well. That felt good. Sometimes you just need to do that, don't you? I've got a list of things I want to be making or need to be making or should be making, but sometimes you just need to get the space clear, start afresh. And yeah, so that's what I kind of did over the weekend. I thought, right, I still had some Christmas bits out and things like that, to be honest. So, oh, bless you. Morning, Kayla. Right, so this is the pack I had prepared. So everyone got a little calendar. So I've got a January 2020, got a little yearly calendar. I'd pre-cut these just so that I didn't have to carry big shots and things down, but they were pre-cut. I've got a little piece of post-it notes, and then there was some white and the beautiful poppy paper. So this is morning everyone. This is half a sheet of Poppy Parade, and then it has been scored in half. So that is 14.8 centimetres. And then whatever your measurements are, it'll be then scored in half again. So 14.8, and that's 22.4, but it is half of that piece, if you see what I mean. So that's your scoring. Then this piece is kind of standard card front mat, so that piece has been cut at 10 I'd cut it to 10.2 by 14.5 centimetres. So that is going to go straight down on there. And then I cut a piece of cherry cobbler to layer on the front, and the tip was to make sure that you glue this part and not the whole back of that, because if you glue the whole back, then that bit will have glue on that you don't need. So we're going to glue that part and just make sure that's lined up properly. And so it's starting to come together. So you've got that triangle shape like that. And then we want to decorate this front part. So this is where the Whisper White comes in. So we've got this panel here, which is going to go on this piece. And then this extra piece was just some scrap for stamping onto to cut poppies out of. So I want to firstly do the sentiment, which I had put on. So I just positioned the calendar wherever you're going to want that. So if you want it at the top or the bottom or middle, just pop it wherever you want that to be. And then so I have, hey Jacqueline, no, you have not missed much at all. I've just assembled kind of the card base or the calendar base part, but as far as stamping and things goes, you haven't. So I'll have that across there. Life is better with a friend like you. I like the script font in that as well. And then, so I've got both poppy sets open. How amazing are these poppy sets? So this is the Peaceful Moment words and all those amazing, amazing dies. So that is where these pieces have come from. And there's this beautiful background piece as well, and all the leaves and the centres. And then this is the painted poppies and this swirl piece and these flowers. So these pieces here will cut out if I get the shape right, but those ones, you get the idea. So they will cut those out for you. And then you've got some lovely borders and label shapes and extra leaf bits and what have you. So with the leaves, we're not going to cut these ones out, we're just going to stamp these on. I'm going to stamp these across the top. And then we'll also have the piece here. So stamp that one. And then we'll need one of these on there and another one, the smaller flower there. Dan said, what size do you cut your magnetic sheets? They come like that. So they were a pack of 30 from the internet. So they are self-adhesive, so they're sticky all on the back, but they're nice and thin, so they don't make the case really, really heavy. I didn't used to keep them like this, but where my stamps are just up in front of me, when I'm kind of looking through the dies, I know that the stamp sets have got these ones in, so I think, oh, I could look through, and I'm actually using bits and pieces of my dies more than I was previously with them. Although I knew where they were in the cupboard and I would go and look through them, I'm using them more, having them this way. So it's working out pretty good. This is the splodge. If you're cutting down larger pieces, I would cut it kind of card front size. So I would say, or just inside the case. So they're about 4 inches by 6 size. Or a quarter sheet of A4. I guess it depends how you're going to get the most out of the, if you've got a bigger piece to cut down, what's the best way to cut that down. So this splodge doesn't actually line up with the flower. It is just a water kind of splodgy look. So we're not even going to try and line that up. That's just going to go straight over the top. To give it the colour. And then the leaves. Oh, Jacqueline says I buy vent covers too. I need to look this up. Apparently cheaper. Some top tips. Going to be doing some Googling later. Right, so I'm just using the Granny Apple blends. And so that was the dark. I'm going to put the light in. And because there's touches of white left from the watercolour splodge, can you see that I've left just kind of touches of white on the leaves? It's quicker as well if you were colouring lots of these. And then, oh bless you, Jenny. So if I fall asleep, I'll watch the replay. I won't take it personally. Right. Okay, so we've got that ready. And thank you for sharing as well. Appreciate that very much. So these, as I say, they have the dies. So let's just pop them through the Big Shot quickly. I'll run them through. Which way around does that go? Oh, back to probably where I started. Like that. Yes. Is it that way? No, it's not even that shape, is it? Hang on. Oh man. That way. Can't see it for looking. I'm there. Right. That's it. So. Oh my goodness, Jenny, that sounds... I'm glad to hear you're okay, but that sounds pretty bad. Right. I'll just run these through the Big Shot. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me get this die cut. So... They have been cut out. And so then just pop you up a little bit higher. This piece is Poppy Parade, and this piece is a cherry cobbler. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in that centre, and same with that, and then just going to put a little bit of glue on this bit on the bottom, so that again the glue is not on the part sticking out there. And then so I've got some dimensions here. Thank you, Marilyn. Says, congratulations on my Artisan post. I am over the moon, and I'm just delighted to start getting to know everybody on the team. Everyone is just so lovely. And it truly is. And Kayla's on here. Kayla was on the 2018 team with me, and truly you just make the best of friends with people through the experience. And I think that from just Stampin' Up in general, it's just the best part of it, isn't it? Is meeting all these amazing people, whether it's just through online or in person or events or going to classes. So yeah, just very lucky. Right, there we go. So we've got these ones mounted up. You're forgiven, Paula. So once we have done that, we can then pop our calendar on there. So you could either glue that on or use tear and tape. What I would say is I've put the oh, it's so true, isn't it, Kayla? Jackie says can't realize it. There are so many talented people out there. So for sure. So Right, I'm just, oh, stick that on there. Oh, bless you all. Right, let me stick this on here. So that is gonna go centre and there. How cool. So, hands up if you would like one of these calendars. I'm going to pull a name out. Probably the easiest way to do it is if you put like the words Poppy calendar or something on there, then I can pull from the names that have put that comment. So it doesn't have to be exactly those words, but you know, you get the idea. And I will pop this out in the post so someone's got this for the year then to have on their desk. Hazel's in it. Me. Oh, I've got 3 actually. So I've got 2 more packs here. So I'll make these other 2 packs up as well. So there'll be 3 that I can pick out, not just the one. And I will pop these out. So let me just stand this up and put this on here. And I'm going to double-sided tape it down. You can obviously, with these post-it notes, you can then just top these up, can't you? So as long as there's one stuck to the base, then you could add more on the top. And then with this, you'll just want to decide where you want the post-it notes to go. So I would say about there. And then that will sit against the back of the Poppies. But it will also lay flat so that it can fit in an envelope too. So you could post those out. So there you go. There is the desk calendar. So you could make that up in all sorts. And the measurement wise, as I say, half a sheet of your paper, half again with the scoring, and then any size would work with that. So there you go. What time is it? Where are we at? Well, it's only 5 to 9. Should we make a card? I've got all the Poppy stuff out on the desk, so let's do flowers. And we could do some of the gorgeous free celebration paper. Jacqueline says, time for one more. Yes, I think I do. So, oh, paper's falling out the cupboard. These gorgeous papers. These are free with a £45 spend. How cool are they? Gorgeousness. They've got sort of matte blacks on the back, but they've got these beautiful foils. Beautiful gold stripes. They are just lovely. So I'm going to use some of that paper. Maybe that paper looks like skins. I've got bits cut out. And I've got more here as well. It's okay. I got more of that. I'm going to use this one. Isn't it gorge? And I've got some bits left over here. Look, I've got some other bits and bobs on my desk from class. I'm going to mix this with Poppies. So yes. And if we, what colour should we do? Oh, this is just off the top of my head. So let's see where this goes. I might try and case maybe a layout I did for class, which might help me get started. So let's have a colour. Shall we stick to the reds, the poppies, or does anyone have a preference for any other colours? What about like razzleberry or blackberry bliss or something like that? Blackberry bliss maybe might look pretty. We could go the razzleberries of the papers, couldn't we? We could pick out those tones. So let's maybe do that. Sorry if anyone was typing a colour. Oh, Linda says orange. We could go terracotta, couldn't we? Go terracotta tile. That would be pretty. I haven't really used that. And someone said red. We could go. Oh, go like orange. We could go orangey reds. We could mix in the terracotta, maybe with the poppy. What sort of Cajun colour? And let's do. So this is pretty, isn't it? We might be able to mix this in with a bit of purple actually. That must have some yellow on it from before. That's worked out pretty well though, hasn't it? That is terracotta tile, but the dauber must have had yellow on from before because there's touches of yellow for sure coming through. And I think that let's pick out some red as well. So that's a bit of Poppy Parade on the top corner. And then we could put, actually, we could kind of follow the papers a little bit because we did have the purple, sort of purpley colours. So I've gone dark with the Blackberry Bliss. So I'm starting on the grid sheet so that you don't get the sort of dauber marks. Doesn't it sponge beautifully? So sort of rub that out. Less is more with the sponging because you can always go in and add more, but how beautiful is that? Oh, I've just put my finger. Just blobbed my finger in that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Some more reddy tones. Really mix those colours together. Whoops. It's okay. So pretty. There we go. Terracotta and that and that and the red. I want a bit more red in that actually. Just gonna pick up. Reddy tones. Pretty. Right, that's those. And then, so we've got some elements. We've got some bits and bobs with those. I've got some extra goldy bits there. I've got poppies. We could do blackberry bliss. Where is my blackberry bliss paper? To use raspberry. I do. This is cut to 3.5 by 5, and if that's 3.5 by 5 inches, right? And if I just cut that slightly less, so about 9 by 13 centimetres. But if I cut that just less, 3.5, I'll have a panel like so. So whatever, that's 12.5 and 12.5. Maybe just cut that a little bit less. So I'm cutting this to 12 so that we've got a little white border on there. And Paul says, thank you for my beautiful cards. You are very welcome. Just getting some of that. And right, so we want the poppies. Should I clean this? And we can maybe do these in gold as well. So I feel like I literally cannot do a Facebook Live without getting my embossing powder out. It always leads to that, doesn't it? I tried. But I'm grabbing the gold powder. Gold. Let's heat these up. Okay, this is because embossing is so beautiful. I know, right? Well, I wanted the gold outline to go with the gold paper, so it had to be. Pretty. So let's have some purple, which is the Blackberry Bliss, and we'll have some poppy braid. And the terracotta, which I should probably now get another dauber for because I've made the other one really red. It's no wonder I'm surprised when I use my daubers. I'm like, oh, there's some yellow on there. That's because I was just chucking it in. You make me laugh. Paula says I'm a lazy embosser, meaning I don't do it, as opposed to she's got some quick tips. Right, I am going to just cut these out because I can stay sitting here and not have to move. But as you saw before, there are dies. So you can, if fussy cutting is not your thing, then there is dies to cut these out. So that's one. And if colouring is not your thing, using the daubers like that are such a quick way to colour in something. There are lots of different ways to colour. And you look super professional. And you've just sponged a bit of colour on really quickly. How quickly could you colour a whole page of those? I'm going to share, Paula. So I was chatting to Paula on a FaceTime the other week, and we were talking about this poppy set, and we were discussing that there were some dies and they were maybe too big for the flowers, and Paula was very confidently telling me they were a bit too big, and I was like, no, there's dies. So yeah, we were having a real giggle about which set went, and I was like, really? There's not, there isn't, but we found the dies that match the flowers. In the end, we got there, didn't we? So, right, let me stick this together. So let's put some glue on there. So I'm going to get that fancy punch out as well. Hazel says, I bet you can fussy cut. Yeah, because it means I don't have to get up. If I was in the craft room myself, I would get up. I would get up and walk over there. It's generally because then I can kind of keep an eye on the comments. Right, we have got those pretty flowers. We've got some glimmer. We've got some of this. This is from the bee set, the die. So I've got those bits, and then I wanted a sentiment. So I've just seen the comment. Emma Scissorhands. That's too funny. How funny would that be if I changed my blog name? That was funny. When I want a revamp of my blog, it's so going to be that name. Right, let's do... what should we put on this? Shall we put on... thank you or happy birthday? Should we do happy birthday? Kayla says do it. Do it! Right. Bit of white. So we've got a happy birthday from the Peaceful Moments. Boom. And Jacqueline says, I give up my calendar. I'm trading. I give up the calendar for the card. I'm trading. Right, let's put... I'll put this through the punch when I've figured out. Kay says, I'm not making enough birthday cards. I always go for thank you. I know, I've got 13 or 14 birthday cards in January and a similar number, I think, in February. So I've gone for happy birthday because it it will actually go out as a birthday card. So I'm going to do that really cool punch. How cool. And then not just for ribbon, we can feed through some glimmer. Da, 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 da. And let's fishtail the ends. Now, Kayla, I'm pretty good at sending birthday cards until about March. So if your birthday card is between, sometimes up till May actually, but you know, the earlier part of the year, you're more likely to get a birthday card from me than towards the end of the year. It's, yeah, it goes downhill. I'm going to try and be better. I'm going to try and be much better this year. Right, let's put so we can still see these pretty flowers. Let's put that on some dimensions. Hazel says I'm changing my birthday. You could be like the Queen. You could have two. Everyone could have a birthday to ensure you get a card between January and May, and then you can have your actual birthday after May. Oh no, see, Deanne, I'm pretty good in December as well, actually, to be fair, because birthday cards get sent with Christmas cards. I'm just not always on time with them. Right, let's stick that somewhere there. Those poppies are gonna go where they are. Jacqueline is February 10th. I heard ya. I got it. Ah, happy birthday, Janice. It's your birthday today. Do it, Kayla. Call in sick. Joking. Go to work. Right. Let's put these on here. And pop this across. And then these little doobie things can slot in. So put a little bit of glue, because actually I want them popping up a little bit. Janice, message me and I will send you this card, my lovely. It will be late, sorry, but I will send this your way. So happy birthday. Right, let's put, so when I cut these out for class, because these are, I've lost my words, hang on. I cut some of these out for class, and we used a few of the kind of inside bits, but I kept a load, because look, because they're going to make great, everyone had sort of enough for the card that they needed, but then I just had so many. The big 3-0, Kayla. Dun, dun, dun. Right, let's put a mini dimensional. So put mini dimensionals on these. And we're going to infill just a couple, but we will pop that up. And that one as well. this is a similar effect to the one we did at class. We just had 2 or 3 that kind of popped back in, but it gives it that kind of extra look, doesn't it? So there you go. Right, let's put this onto a base. I'm trying to not use so many white bases, but it is going to look better on white, isn't it? Do maybe, let's do raspberry, oh, that's gone a bit wonky, hasn't it? I should have scored that, I was being lazy. Let's do that. And I put a white panel. So still that's nice. Let's get the raspberry border. And around like that. And there we go. And then we could even pop that up, couldn't we? Because that would look quite nice. Right, let's put this on here. Tuck them away. Just kept them in a little section in my drawer where my accessory bits go. Depending on how many hexagons I cut from that for the bee from there, I'm going to end up with mountains of them. They're ready to go. Okay. And that is going on there. There you go. Ta-da. So that is a case of a card made at class using the bee paper. So it was sponge doorbird, but it was doorbird in yellow and it had the bees on, but it's beautiful paper to use with any of your sets. So there you go. And a nice way to use the poppies as well. So I hope you've enjoyed those. So as I say, I'll make up the other ones of those. So I'll have 2 or 3 to send out. And Janice, I will pop that in the post to you as well. A very happy birthday to you. Have a fabulous week, everyone. If you, let me just turn this back around. Stanza. Thanks, Kayla. I feel like I needed to say that in an Australian, a slight Australian accent. I'm not sure it was the best. Yeah. So thank you to everybody who has signed up for the online class. I really mean it. I've been blown away. So there'll be a really good donation to the Australian Bushfire Charity. So I'm absolutely over the moon. Thank you so much. On top of me doing the classes on the Saturday and the Sunday evening, so I'll be going live at 8:30 till 10. I will put events up so that you can put them into your diary. There will be 3 special guests joining us for the Monday the 27th to the Sunday the 2nd. So there'll be 3 extra Facebook Lives. On top of the class that I'm doing, there'll be 3 cards. So each of them will do a little project each at some point in the week. I'm not exactly sure on timings yet, but I will put the events up and I will share who they are. Very excited over the next couple of days. So I'll put photos up and share who they are. So if you haven't joined, you're going to want to because these 3 special guests are super talented as well. So I'm very lucky to have them on board. Yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy your week, and I will see you all next weekend. Bye.